I'm Chris Clark, President and CEO of the Queen Creek Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to your update. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about your ballot. You should be getting it in the mail or you already have it. Quite lengthy, 2 pages, so you want to start working on that fairly early. All of those ballot initiatives are what we wanted to address today. Remember that by Arizona law, when you vote yes on one of those ballot initiatives, if it passes, it can't be modified. There's no changing it, no going back, no do-overs. So make sure that you understand every aspect of what you're voting yes on. It may seem like a good idea today. Will it still be a good idea in 20 years? And that brings me to my first bill that I wanted to talk about, Prop 479. This is a transportation bill for Maricopa County, and over the last 40 years, it's provided the funding that has built the 101 and the 202, as well as the 303 over in the West Valley. Without this half-cent sales tax, we wouldn't have those freeways. In fact, there is no alternate plan for building the freeways. So if you want more lane miles, if you want expanded capacity, we need to pass 479. It's a half-cent sales tax that you're already paying. It's a continuation of that tax, and it goes for another 20 years when we'll have a chance to vote on it again. If you've seen signs or Facebook posts or something else talking about light rail, that's misinformation. If you want more information about what's actually in the bill, you can check your voter guide, or of course we have the pros and cons listed at queencreekchamber.com. 486 in Pinal County is a similar type of transportation bill. So if you're in Pinal County in Queen Creek, your 486 will be a transportation bill that pays for maintenance in Pinal County. This is the bill that fixes the roads that already exist and builds some intersections and some roadways, but primarily it's about fixing what you already have. Again, a continuation of an existing tax that's really important for our roadways. 486 in Maricopa County is also a yes vote for us. It allows the community colleges to expend the funds that they've already collected. It's not about collecting more funds, it's about allowing them to spend what they've already collected. There's an artificial cap that's put in based on a 1980s formula, and without this yes vote, they'll be stuck spending less than what they actually take in. Community colleges, in particular Maricopa community colleges, have become an important part of workforce development. They're doing a lot of work in the high-tech manufacturing sector for us, setting up proving grounds, places where you can learn to work on the robots that build the different items, as well as learning how to work on those assembly lines. Community colleges are an important part of our workforce development, and again, this allows them to expend the funds that they've already collected. The next bill that we want to talk about is Proposition 134. This is an important one that the chambers have worked hard to get put onto the ballot. It doesn't change how many signatures you have to get for any particular race, but on statewide elections, particularly ballot initiatives, it does require you to get signatures from each legislative district in the state. What that means is instead of, say, standing in front of a Suns game or a Cardinals game and collecting the 200,000 signatures that you need to, say, raise the minimum wage to $20 an hour, it would require you to go to each legislative district in the state. You'd have to go to Sierra Vista. You'd have to go to Flagstaff. We see this as being only fair. If it's going to be on the ballot, if it's going to be passed by everybody and affect everybody without ever being able to be changed, you should have to go and talk to everybody in the state. There are certainly many more ballot initiatives that you need to know about and that they're going to ask you to vote yes or no on. Some of them sound like a great idea at first blush. Again, just remember that your yes vote, if it passes, there's no going back. Can't be changed, can't be modified. Make sure you understand everything that's included in those propositions. They're very lengthy, And keep in mind, what's a good idea today needs to be a good idea in 20 years. One final thing, if you're voting by early ballot, remember to get those ballots back on time. If you save your ballot until the day of Election Day and drop it in the box, it slows down the process. Those are what have to be counted and verified for several days after the election. So if you want to get the results in early, make sure you get those ballots back in time. As always, you can find more information at queencreekchamber.com.